are mere pawns in a bigger chess game of the world was a part of the phrase coined by Volker G. Frameth. But I, Tanvisa Swain, do not wish to be a mere pawn, but a dark knight who conquers and travels alone. Staying alone feels awesome. You can dance around the house if you like, or listen to loud music. There's nobody to stop you. But that doesn't mean that you're ignoring people and distancing yourself from them, right? But I mixed them, which led me to think that staying alone was always the best option. It was the first time during the lockdown that I was left all alone in my house with no one to play with or interact with, for they were either busy or not nearby. So I took up painting. It was very stress relieving, and the first few final results made me very happy too, for everybody praised me for them. But then I made a bad painting and came over the gloomy days. My parents told me that it was not nice, and I got so upset that I shut myself in my room for the next few days. But it was already hard enough staying away from them, for they were my family, people who cared about me, and I had lived with them all my life. But it got even harder when I removed that very same painting from the depths of my cupboard, only to realize that yes, it was not worthy of being called nice. I was so ashamed and speechless that I didn't know what to do and decided to shut myself in my room for the next few days too. But this time, not because I was upset at them or disappointed in myself. It was because I wanted to avoid any awkwardness between me and my family and hoped that they would forget all about this matter. Such problems existed outside the house too. One day, I came across the task of listing the name of students, or friends as I would like to call them, to invite to my house. But when I did so, I realized that other than the 2 friends whom I already knew, the rest were just mere acquaintances whom I didn't even have a proper friendship to begin with. Then it struck me. I didn't really like talking to students at my school, hence always ended up taking decisions for myself along with expectations and aspirations I had for myself. So whenever somebody criticized me or corrected me regarding anything, especially my speech, I would either get angry and lash out at them or argue and try to prove that I was the one who was right and that they were wrong. And a few hours later, would realize that I was the one who was in the wrong and would distance myself from them just to avoid any embarrassment for myself. If you could not relate to me, that is probably a good thing. For you can count on your friends for harsh feedback when you need it, and that they can do so too. So this time, I was determined I would make new friendships for life. And I did, by doing what I do best now, talk and engage with people. I recall that recently with a picnic with the school, I wanted to braid my hair up front. But when my mother did so, she told me she could tie my hair, for it would look better and compliment me more. Yet I was adamant on not doing so and made her redo it, although it looked the same. So just to make me happy, she fused both the hairstyles, and I went for school. When I reached school, I asked one of my friends on how my hair looked. She told that one side was too puffy, so I corrected that. When I asked her again, and just to tease me that too, she told me it didn't look good, and I started panicking. I ran around from class to class, asking whomever I knew about my hairstyle, and finally came to the conclusion about the prank she had played on me. Yet I was not furious or angry at her. I was happy. It gave me a sense of relief, satisfaction that I could ask whomever I knew about something as trivial as my hairstyle. It is not only my hairstyle that I ask about. I ask for feedback, and that too to various people on various things that I need to submit or have made. And I don't just talk to them for feedback. I talk to them whenever I have the time. For I feel like over time, they might just open up to me and give me more realistic feedback when I need it. And though it may be harsh, it just might put my work over the top. So, my dear William Wordsworths, who have just returned from a field of daffodils, enjoy solitude while you can. but also engage with your well-wishers. For just like the word says, there are people who wish well for you. And do not hide under the cover of solitude just to avoid any awkwardness and embarrassment for yourself. Thank you.